Ladies and gents, hello, welcome. It is time for some SpellForce free action. We've got Farlan and Ra today from the Pro League. This is just the first round, so you know it's gonna get more exciting down the line, definitely. But this is a strong start. I mean, Farlan and Ra, right? You can expect some fun stuff. Now they're gonna be playing without the undead mod, but the special thing about this league at the moment is that we've got only the modded maps to play with. So there's no, you know, regular old Greykeep Gardens every game and Ancient City. No. You don't get that. There's gonna be all these player modder made maps only. And you might see some new heroes in this one. For some reason, it doesn't like my mod configuration, however. So I wonder what's wrong with that. Okay, my undead faction does not want to turn off. Let's see if we can fix it by just restarting my game. And then we'll be off to the races. This time I won't be lagging because it's a replay. Yeah. Doesn't want to turn off my mod. My undead mod is enabled. Now it's not. That's good. That's good. Just loading into the replay and we'll be off. It's going to be a best of 5. There's no rules on race picking, but these two, they go random. That's what they do. Let me just set up the scoreboard here for them. Yeah, the mod just keeps coming back from the dead. Kind of like SpellForce itself. Let's go. Anyway, it's working.
Too much standing around.
Ladies and gents, welcome to the Pro League. Finally getting to cast this in the pink color. We have got Ra playing as the Orcs. And on the other side, his opponent also playing as the Orcs. This is Farlan. They're going to be fighting a best of 5 here. And oh my goodness, it's a full mirror match. We got the Goblin Warlock for both of the players to... Maybe nobody's surprised. We do have a modded map called Wolfguard Mage Academy. And we do have additional heroes enabled as well. Now on these modded maps, you've got some interesting creeps. Like these mountain lions. The texturing of the map is definitely not finished in terms of decoration. But that's the specialty anyway here. That we're playing these player-made maps only in this tournament. And the players cannot choose the regular ones, so don't expect any Ancient City. You got the Gnars here as well as their mage variant. So that's going to be very interesting to see if they end up fighting them. There's some usual bandits and there's an air elemental up in the north. Now going through the skills of the Goblin Warlock real quick. I assume both players will be going for roughly the same build. We'll take a look. But you got the Chain Lightning. Which can hit up to 5 targets. Then at level 2, you can hit 8 targets, which is a really important upgrade at level 5, but it's locked for now. You got Totem of Sparks for some small AoE damage around wherever you put the totem. Healing Totem, it's like Fire Totem, but it heals your guys. Very nice for your early game business. And there's no points put into Totemic Might, which would give you guys armored and empowered, which basically makes them more resistant and gives them stronger attacks. Now, if you go for triple totems, then you can basically always have a stronger Orc army, which is pretty nice. Especially for the early gobble fights. Now, Farlan is going very much in the same direction, except he's also adding in Life Bloom, whereas Ra has not done that. Yeah, so Life Bloom is a single target interrupt as well as a poison. It's mostly poison damage over time, really. 15 seconds of that thing. But the impact damage is still pretty decent. Alright, so Ra is cutting a little bit into Farlan's territory. And potentially we'll be doing more of that too. That's one of the interesting parts of this map. There's not that many bases to go for. And if you end up having a pathing that isn't just right, you have to go around these massive cliffs, and that slows you down a lot. So it gives the other guy some time to steal your bases potentially. But Farlan is making gobbles diligently, and this should mean that you know, you can stop any of these early base grab attempts. Even this one will probably have to be upgraded in order to be saved. The orc scouting post is certainly not a strength. But I also will say that goblin warlocks are terrible at flag fights. It's really the ability to boost your gobbles that will deliver most of the damage. I should also mention that orcs typically do not open with the war pit. Not even when you go for goblin warlock and heavy goblin plays. But Farlan, he's the master of doing off-meta builds. Call of the Pack might be researched here. That will unlock Pestilers and Drummers. The Drummers able to buff up Scoundrel as well as heal them. It's a very early grab attempt on these. I'm not sure that's wise. The Gnars, they basically mark their targets with this bloodied effect, which taunts these guys into aggroing them, and they gain an attack speed boost the higher the stacks are. So far, not too bad, honestly, and especially with the healing unlocked, Farlan should be able to get away with picking these off without too many problems. Ra still doesn't have a whole lot of units. So War Rider out. Oh, and another specialty of the map is that on the bridges you have a Troll Toll Guard. It's weaker than a normal Smasher. But I mean, you gotta pay the Troll Toll, right? They don't want to open the strait. We got the clan standard up north upgrading now as well. That's Farlan's last free available base, but there's one in the bottom that he has not yet upgraded, so that's fantastic. So just looking at resources, it's very lumber heavy for Farlan. I don't see any stone for him, so even if he did go for Call of the Pack, he did go for it, but I think it's gonna be for let's see the production real quick. He's not producing anything. He will probably just make drummers, honestly. Oh, he has got stone somewhere. Where did he get stone? Here. Alright. Ra is doing it in the main, by the way, but he hasn't unlocked anything. He's creeping himself at the moment. I think the level 3 and 4 points you just probably spend on additional Deep Waters and Arcane Force points. But it looks like he's also going into Totemic Might a little bit. He's going to be pretty close to level 5. But if Farlan manages to steal one of these Gnars, that could even up the game. It's gonna be difficult to get any significant kills here, but it's starting to mount up. Ra will teleport out. That's why I was saying it's difficult, because once the gobbles start dying, you just get out of there. It's not gonna be very likely that you also can take on the base at the same time, especially when you're making Pestilers. That's interesting. Ra has a bit of an advantage here if he can go to upgraded War Riders. He already has his tier 2, you see. And these things are just going to be super cheap for him. Which also means that he can just build more iron bases. There's not many iron bases. Ra's also not building the mines just yet. Good for Farlan that he's controlling these bottom bases. This is where the iron is. Majority of it anyway. Plus at the top. Nothing here in the middle. Oh. Bit of an engagement here. But it's good to see the diverging paths in the tech tree. Can't quite tell which totem belongs to whom. Something's happening for sure. Looks like it's Farden losing a lot of his stuff. There are some corpses here that belong to Ra, but not too many. Right now he's up 46 population to 10. That's a pretty big deal. Huge advantage. Farden going for an extra watchtower there. Let's see what's being done in these war pits. Ra hasn't got one yet. Still just spamming gobos. No upgrades from Farden just yet. He's probably just working on these scouting post upgrades still. Getting the iron mines rolling. Spending all of his resources on that at the moment. Oh, that watchtower is actually hurting the hunters of Ra over here. Well, that's interesting. I still don't think you can attack the frontier post with just such a small advantage in the army. Especially when the totems are messing you up like that. This level 4 war will continue for a while, as I don't think either player wants to go after the air elemental. We'll have a right-click focus fire on that goblin warlock, but meanwhile the scoundrel are kind of cleaning up the pesters. It just so happens that the scoundrel have 25 pierce resistance and these guys don't really resist strike. So the scoundrel do end up being a hard counter to the pesters if they can surround them, which I think Ra should go for. Add in some chain lightnings and the fire totem, and you should be able to pretty much annihilate these guys. And that seems to be what's happening right now. Of course, eventually heavier units will come. Doesn't look like Ra is committing any more to Warg Riders though. Level 5. It's time to summon the big golem. That should add some siege damage to this group. Frontier Post is only getting repaired, not upgraded, so it actually might go down. But you gotta be careful. More Wargs are coming for Ra. He is upgrading the sharp eyes for them. So expect a lot more Warg. While our man is setting up for an iron economy. It's a good unit that buys you a lot of time. 2 Wargs are basically 1 hunter. More or less. Of course they're big, thick boys. They can't easily form a concave. And interestingly, I foretold about the prophecy. But the prophecy is only true for Farden. He summoned the Inferno Golem. Not Ra. By the way, there's a merchant up here. Right? There should be a merchant right up here. And there's scrap down there in case there's a troll. Wait, he does summon a bound Inferno Golem. I wonder why he didn't do that right here. Just going into Farden's build. He's got a summoning totem with a lot of deep waters. And it's basically the same builds, except instead of the summoning totem, Ra has a lot of totemic might and only 2 points in mana. But they're broadly going for the same thing. Just these guys are getting very heavily buffed in every way, and having the extra regeneration on the gobos is actually playing a pretty big role. The Bound Inferno Golem of Farlands is getting picked off here. Just the fact that Ra has Defender's advantage as well with the fortified outpost, that's playing a large role too. The Farlan has to disengage. Now he's down 100 population, ladies and gents. He just kind of right-clicked the base and it did not work. I was really hyped for Farden's map control here, but it's just not going so well. Potion of Fresh Start? What? What is happening, Ra? That is such an expensive item to grab. Why didn't he just buy a skill potion at that point? Whatever he wants to fix isn't that important, right? Why a potion of fresh start? Oh wait, that's a drop. Sorry, he didn't buy that. He didn't. That's a drop from the creeps. It normally doesn't happen. It's special to this map. But guys, that population advantage is too massive. I think Ra is rolling Farden here. There's just not much more to be said. We're not seeing any more advanced units either. It's just Orcs and Scoundrel. He's getting some... Oh, Grand Karak. He's skipping right to tier 3. Zarek Steel and Fight for the Khalida are getting upgraded. And Farden is going into Wyverns, which is a really good answer actually to Scoundrel, but it's all late. And they're expensive. Get like 4 or 5 of them and these Scoundrel will absolutely disappear. Not a problem with that. I just don't think he can get 5 or 6. Or even 6, 7 is impossible. Now surrounding the fortified outpost with all the gubbos that you could ever wish for, and that's just probably gonna be it for Farden's economy. There's no more iron at that point. Just this. And Ra certainly looks like the guy who can just right click all the bases. There are 3 Wyverns. And let me tell you, they're doing a lot of damage to the gubbos. I just don't think it's enough. They're getting targeted right now by the Warg Riders. Don't forget the Goblin Warlock can shoot at them too. Ah, the Gobbo died. He didn't even have the grand finale there. You can rig the boy to explode, but he didn't. He didn't do it. Wyvern Charger's gonna have to fly out here the hard way. Getting chased by Wargs. Not ideal. But at least a whole lot of Gobbos got cleaned up. It wasn't terrible by Farden. If he can keep climbing those numbers higher up, he can pump some more of those Wyverns. Maybe there's hope. Probably no hope. Let's be real. Ra has a lot of resources. He needs to upgrade the scouting post. Get the iron mines. He's already done it on the right side. Just need to do it on the left side. And then he can pump hunters. He can start his black ash collection as well, of which there is some in the main. Not sure where else. We're learning the map. Oh, sorry, this base has iron too. It's not too terrible then, but still pretty terrible. Wait, is there only... Oh, there's a base up here, of course. Let's see your free resources. That's a lot of Warg Riders, sir. What's next? Hunters. Whole bunch of hunters coming out for Ra. He's only got 2, but from now on, he doesn't have to build anymore, so... Wargs and hunters is all he has to worry about. Of course, once you have 5 or 6 Wyverns, it's a lot easier to deal with this tier 1 chaff. Good pullback micro by Farden too. I just don't think he can afford to upgrade these things. I don't think he can go to tier 3. Guys, it looks like the Wyverns are just exploding at this point. They can't hold against this. Goblin Warlock will be going down. Ra's just kind of dominating here. Although he has lost most of his army. Maybe Farden needs to be given more credit, but... Now the credit agency has refused. Sorry guys. Sorry guys, that's gonna be it for this match, but it is a best of 5. We've got plenty more where that came from. It's a lot of extra resources for Ra, holy cow. But I guess that's what happens when you get hard countered by Scoundrel. You just get reset and the other guy can just do this. Social score was too low. Yeah, true. Don't worry guys if I'm missing it. You can always go back in the YouTube thing. You can go double speed or whatever you want to do. Alright, next one is Red Wastes. Let's get it. That's a good, open, nice map. Many sectors. Shouldn't be much of an issue. Oh my god, Ra changes his color every game. That's tough. Welcome to game number 2 here. Farden is gonna be our green orcs still.
All right.
On the other side of the map, Ra is switching over to humans entirely by chance, of course. We've got the Wolfguard commander. He doesn't really go for the modded heroes, but today Farden isn't either. So we just got the normal occultist here. Early second hunting cabin from Farden indicates that he might want to play a little bit of early extra units. For Ra, we don't expect any craziness because humans basically always just go hunting cabin, woodcutter, stone. There's early stone from Ra. That is the special thing. I wonder what he wants to do with that. Anyway, for the Wolfguard commander, it's just left side business. No surprises here. Fatal blow for single target punches. Shadow strike for teleportation and some little bit of damage. Whirlwind for spin to win, of course, and a little bit of damage and mana restoration over time. Way later, maybe level 7, he'll maybe try to go into the auras, but I don't expect him to do that sooner. He might. Sometimes people pick up Hymn of Tenacity or something like that for armor in the aura. Now the occultist does have lacerate. That's a single target damage. Applies bleeding, a very strong bleeding, for 10 seconds, so it stops anyone from just regenerating for that time as well, which is great. We got Nullify, which pulls an enemy to the caster. It's very brutal for hero snipes later in the game. Once you have a lot of ranged units. He's also got into Blood Harvest, so every kill he gets, he'll restore a little bit of health. He's got the Demonic Pact, which is the red aura you've seen. Well, not aura, area that you can spawn. If you stay inside it, your damage on your weapon gets boosted heavily. But all of these cost HP, you see. All of these actives. That's the special thing about the occultist. It does not have focus. You cannot boost it. He doesn't use it, so he doesn't need it. He does have concentration, so that he can cast more spells. And brute force, of course, for spell power. For the SpellForce. Is he gonna die? Nah, he's potioning through it. Going for the Medusas early on. Just as far as the build goes. A little bit of extra wood. Oh no, we got a resource glitch. The guys aren't dropping off. At least that other one will complete, but Ra is already here to try to steal some sectors, which might happen. Can't take all the Medusas right away, but that should mean that because some Medusa are dead, the occultist should have some extra potions already.
We're being attacked.
Actually, it's not the case. Ra has 2 more potions. And he's got this bottom sector, which is huge. Oh no, Farlan. He didn't check for the lumber mill. That's unfortunate. There's not that many bases, so it's possible to notice, but unfortunately the game doesn't give you a straight up warning. Like, you don't get idols from your workers not completing a building, which is really unfortunate. It's good that he went for lacerate because he can interrupt with that as well. So this Medusa Vixen just now didn't actually get to do the stasis attack. Which is good news for these guys because they can clean up a little bit more trading potions for XP here, and Fallen will have cleaned it up. Unfortunately for him, Ra has taken all his sectors, so it might be prudent to just go north here and try to take these sectors before Ra manages the upgrades. Love to see a few more units from Farlan, if possible at all. Ra is getting worker armor just in case he's gonna get harassed. And after that, it should be just infantrymen. Try to find his barracks, but he's not building. Oh, there he is. There he is. The 2 barracks. Just on time as well. Went for a lot of bases before the barracks, which is why I was so surprised. Usually you might want to get them on your 4th base, but Ra is feeling confident. He's playing economic. What was that? 6th base? Oh my god. Sorry, 6th expansion. That was the 7th base got the barracks. That is very delayed. I mean, I hope it works out, but this is rough because the occultist is already level 5. Oh, is he gonna get picked off there? Farlan, where's the potion? Oh no, he's out, and he didn't go actually into a health build, so he may have gotten that level 5. Yeah, but unfortunately for Farlan, he never went into Blood Sacrifice and Blood Confluence, which is basically applying the bleeding affliction to enemies in an area, and then you can you can suck it.
Building completed.
A life leech for every bleeding enemy in the area. Losing a hero early on is tough. You give a lot of room to maneuver to the other guy. Takes forever to remake, and I don't see why the humans couldn't just go for the Medusa now, especially before the occultist gets back, because I'm sure Farlan will want to go shopping. He just has a lot of... Okay, calm down. No need to take the clothes off right away.
The best wares from Kalea to Northampton.
Actually sold the ring there. Oh no, put it on. Put it on. That's for casting and attack speed. Attack speed is very valuable for this hero actually on that ring, because Demonic Pact is all based around attacks, right? So you can make that fast, you'll be dealing a whole lot more damage from that spell. Ra is still in the struggle bus with just level 3 hero. It's taking a lot of damage. Look how much more health the occultist has. Oh my goodness. And of course, the tier 3 armor is a big deal. Fun will get to take over some more Medusa. And this base, supposedly. He's got himself the Blood-like Tar aura, which applies bleeding constantly in a small area. Still nice to have Blood Confluence, but... or Blood Sacrifice, excuse me. But you could just go into Blood Confluence with only the aura, and you'd be probably fine. The occultist is so hard to kill because of that thing. He's also got Sanguine Burst, which is the AoE damage spell for this hero. Costs you a lot of HP, but does really good damage too. So against like human infantry, arbalists, that kind of stuff, it's devastatingly strong. I think he just missed it. Weakening potion on that Wolfguard commander. Decent surround on the base as well. I really like the weakening potion because Farlan, you see, he hates the Wolfguard commander very much. It's a little factoid you should know about him. Anything that helps him delete the Wolf Guard Commander is great news. Certainly this hero is capable of it. Look at that quick attack speed with the Claymore. 0.4 attacks per second. Normally it's 0.33 like with the Wolf Guard Commander. Nice snipe as well on those infantry, or rather arbalists. Guard gets pulled back. Lots of damage. But her only mission really is to thin out the goblin numbers. Well, tier 2 is in, guys. Some of the lumber mills are getting recycled here, but I'm not sure there's a good amount of iron. There's iron here. I guess there will be here. The orcs need a lot more, so this base is something to definitely take over. Decent amount of gobos here. Plus with the demonic pact, it shouldn't be that much of an issue to clean up a base like this. But the humans are kinda numerous. You have to worry a little bit. Ra has potions for days. I think that's all he bought. But he just used them all up, so I think this time the Wolf Guard Commander will probably go down. Especially if there's another pull. Oh wait, the bleeding will get it. Or the War Rider will. Nice one. Maybe Farden can make a series out of this, yeah? He's got a good number of bases. But unfortunately for him, he's got no units. They all attacked the frontier outpost and got wrecked. A lot of arbalists here. I think that's a juicy target for the occultist, potentially.
We're under attack.
Don't run, you've got blood confluence. Where are you going? Sir Farland, where are we going? There's also a Scorching Wyvern to take over if that's what he wishes. Absolutely think he should have gone after the units. Ah, those weren't the best spellcasts there. He didn't even get one infantryman kill. Wolf Riders are not yet upgraded.
We're under attack.
War Pit is about to finish, hopefully. The unit just got hit by the Scorching Wyvern.
Building complete.
And Ra is harassing this. He's coming in probably soon with the hero. Who's going for a shopping run for the armor. Fallen should be able to get the Wyvern, but oh my goodness, it used another fire attack and it does not get interrupted. Big problem. Especially as Ra is starting to upgrade to fortified outposts all over the map. Only one base left up there in the north that's not yet done. The Arbalist got pulled in and hurt a lot there just now. The Wyvern goes down. Fallen reaches level 7.
We're under attack.
That's a health ring. That's a pretty good one. Probably better than the nullification ring for this hero. This is like 10% health. That's like 3% resistance.
Building complete.
So I definitely recommend that. You're also using your health to do casts and yeah. I think it's nice to have. It also makes sure that Death Resilience is active for longer. As it is a passive that makes you more armored when your HP is at a certain percentage. Your War Pit was stuck? Seriously? Oh well, now you can upgrade. You have 13 iron in the bank. Yeah, I see it. I see it. The Black Forge is getting some stuff, but not sharp eyes, interestingly. We're just gonna go straight into hunters. It might work, you know, if you build up a good ball of hunters, that's cool. But Ra is doing the correct counter, which is making arbalists and not only infantrymen. So arbalists end up being a pretty good unit to snipe hunters with. Because they can just stay at range and pretty safely pick them off and kite. You don't want to engage into a drawn out battle. Coming back to try and save the base there. Good split on the units. More or less. I mean, Ra can be happy with this one. Cultist is low on health, but has Death Resilience free. And he just fully recharged his health there. With Blood Confluence, he's going after the Arbalists. Some of them are going down. But that's the sacrifice that Ra is willing to make. As he's staying up 90 to 52 population.
Fair enough. Let's make this quick. Chop, chop, brothers. Let's get this over with.
The brutes are coming.
I await your command.
But no hunters yet. I guess he wants to take over some bases. That's gonna be a problem though if the infantrymen get upgraded. They can fight this off alright. 23 infantrymen, 18 arbalists. It's a good mix between the two. And yeah, as expected, the infantry is getting their upgrades right now. We're also gonna have some keepers, which are gonna be very nice for their extra health and resistance. Certainly the goblins can't do much about it, and this is a very important iron base to take away from Farland. It just really hasn't been the most important bases that Farland managed to secure. See, if he had this one and this one, he'd be very comfortable as far as iron goes, right? But not holding them means that you're gonna be on the struggle bus and play some low-tech business. That's exactly what the humans want. If they can make infantrymen and arbalists the whole time, skip to tier 3, that's exactly what Ra is doing. He's got all the bases upgraded, you see. He can party all day. Macro is looking pretty good. 150 population. And I think he's gonna go after bases now. It'll be difficult to stop this. As he can just pretty much right-click the bases. He still wants to be a little careful about the blood explosion thingies. There's all bleeding units here. But the population lead is maintaining more or less. I wonder when he's gonna reach level 5. It's pretty far away from that. I don't see Ra going for the Byron right now because he's just got such a battle advantage with the army itself. It doesn't really matter if the hero can't do the Earth Shatter skill. Man, that occultist with Death Resilience on and the Demonic Pact, you do not want to fight that in melee. There's actually a lot of dead units here from Ra too. But he's replenishing nicely, so his population stayed roughly the same. The infantrymen are now upgraded, both for damage and health. But I've seen from Farland what he's saying, that the blood explosions aren't working. Like, we can clearly see that the enemies are marked. But the effect just doesn't come through. No damage, no leeching. This is a known issue with lag. So if you guys ever wonder why the Gobbo is so popular, that's one of the reasons. He's just super consistent with his skills. It never really breaks. Looks like Ra is holding the base once more. Just 4,000 health-ish. Plenty safe with that. Tier 3 kicks in. Just as we checked. So we should be expecting the border fortress upgrades shortly. But Ra is not in a rush. He can do it later. He just spent a lot of resources though. So those border fortresses are coming. Oh, he's upgrading all the bases at once. Holy cow. Might not be able to build stuff immediately, but that's okay. How many barracks does he have? A lot. And they're all done. So all he needs to do is just upgrade them to drill halls, and here come the Chadpians at the end. Farland is fighting keepers with war riders. That is not going to go well. We've got the Wolf Guard Commander at level 5, so expect Earth Shatter any moment. Oh boy, the entire Orc army knocked back. The infantry and arbalists are just having a party here, although they're not gonna have a party about the occultist, that's for sure. Woo! Nice little explosion there. And he gets out with just a little bit of health. To get that last bit of health down is basically impossible. You better be Dark Elves for that one. Get all the weakening. Catapult is just a final addition to this. As if the champions weren't enough. It's a whole bunch of Orc units still. Not that many humans died here. Rock can keep doing this all day, especially if he takes his time to regenerate some of these infantry. Take another important base with Aria in it. That's why these middle sectors are so important. If you got Aria, you can upgrade your champions. You can transition into other late game tech like flag bearers to boost your army. And that's exactly what we should be seeing. Level 8 on that occultist though. That makes him really damn strong, able to kill that Wolf Guard Commander without much issue. But he can't fight a whole army by himself, that's the thing. Concentration level 2 is in. But he hasn't done the full wheel of brute force yet. That's really what's stopping him from eliminating the infantry very easily. Catapult's now opening up on the base. We've got some medics in the mix too. They passively help to heal the guys, but it's really the targeted heal that's way more important than the area heal. Vardin is going to give this up because Raj just pushed too deep in his territory and his border fortress is all over, so I don't see how he could have fought back at that point. I think the game just didn't go in his favor and there were no hunters early on. He didn't have the iron bases that he needed. And just fighting against these fortified human bases isn't the best kind of strat. Raj gets ahead. Score is now 2-1. And we've got the last potential game. If Ra wins one more, it's the series over already because it's the best of 5, right? You win 3, you take it all. So Frozen Waste is the next one. Let's see if Vardin can pull it back. It's gonna be a different matchup, guys. It's good news. Just setting up my scoreboard, and we're off. Welcome to Frozen Wastes. This is another community-made map. Snowy for a change. We've got the Dwarves, played by Farlan. Of course, a random pick. Likewise for Ra, we've got the Elves. He didn't pick them, but he got them. Now this map has a bunch of these Vendingo warriors. They don't have a profile picture, sadly. But I'm pretty sure we could find a profile picture for them. This is something that could be fixed. They're basically mid-level as far as these easy creeps go. We've also got some unique skellies here in the middle. So that's interesting as well. They all have their unique properties. In the middle you got the triple wyvern thing. Scary. Don't go there very early on. So let's take a look at the skills from Ra. Interestingly, he's got oh wait, he does have the spirit of the forest. Where is the puppy? Ra? Has he lost it already? Alright, I didn't pay that much attention. Yeah, he can summon the wolf. He's got a hail of arrows for area damage. I'm assuming he's gonna put the point into true shot before spreading too thin, but He's not even putting the points in deep waters at the moment, so he won't be able to summon and use the hail of arrows. This is going slower than it should. Fallen has a warrior of the depths. Now this guy doesn't actually have mana regeneration. You use the inspiring presence skill instead. There's the head splitter for single target damage and the sweeping strike for spin to win. Very similar to the Wolfguard commander in that regard. Also has a teleport for battle frenzy, but this one isn't for damage. It does a enfeeble and impair nerf, so for damage and speed. Helps you catch others. And you got dual weapons, dual axes. So quite damage focused this character. Also has the recuperate skill here, which he can use to restore HP. It's an excellent free potion option. Interestingly, didn't go into Relentless Rage and instead went for Concentration. That is a little odd. Relentless Rage is basically a stack builder. You attack, you get a stack. And for every stack, you attack faster and harder. Okay, the Ranger has the puppy now. Also Bullseye, but not True Shot. Rise very lax on spending his skill points. As far as the build goes, it's pretty standard. Box standard, triple wood. I'm betting it's gonna be triple stone and double hunt, right? Yeah. No early wood from Farland. It's got in the second base, that's all good. Whereas dwarves will be expanding very slowly, even slower than the elves, but not by much. Need a lot of stone for the shorties. That way they can stand on some stepping stones to fight the elves. Because they can't reach them. Yeah. Where are we heading to now? Oh, the middle bases, of course. I always get surprised that the stone pole, the flag position is like here and not in the middle. But that's because this base is actually just too small. You wouldn't be able to put barracks here. Especially not the dwarven or human one. Still doesn't have the stack thingy. Well, the elves have got all the flags they will ever need. It wouldn't hurt to still have this. Oh, by the way, this is a base for tier 3 resources. So if you ever want your Aria in business, you can go there too. Map does lack a little bit of decoration, by the way. It's also got this work in progress cliff edge at the edge. As well as the earlier community maps. Anyway, we're using it for now. Maybe Nathan will volunteer to do a redressing session for the maps. I don't know. Bold of the elves to attack this. I don't think they're gonna down the scouting post of the dwarves. 5,000 health on this thing. They can do some damage. Drain a little bit off that stone, which is going to be useful in repairs. But I think that's that. Nobody's going for the skellies just yet. Well, don't tell me you're going for the wyverns. Oh shit. Actually, they're eating the chain lightning. They're definitely not intended. Droves are getting added. I actually had to upgrade for some extra workers there. That's an elf special. No one else can do it. Oh, he did want to pull the wyverns. What the hell? How's that gonna work? Oh, fallen. X-Wielders 2 health. No. Oh god. Well, now it's got no health. Congratulations, you died. I saw that message a bunch of times in my Dark Souls run. Still haven't finished it. I'll probably play some tomorrow. Does that unholy skeleton guardian actually have a block chance? It sounded like it. Fallen going for the revenants now. Or the skellies. I call it skellies. Finally picked up his stack builder. Relentless Rage.
This isn't good.
But will it be enough? Oh god. 39 health. Fallen.
We're under attack.
He's got potions. It's not that bad. It's just that Ra finished this faster. Pretty nice advantage to have. He's already getting some upgrades for his Shrine of Growth. There is a watchtower here, but I'm not sure why, because it can't really hit all the way there. It's there nonetheless. Taking a look at these skill trees. Ra is still floating skill points. Just to trigger me, I think. He's got 3 points in brute force. Picked up the true shot.
We're under attack.
And Fallen is going for a shopping run with tier 2 weapon and tier 3 armor. You always want to put the weapon in the left slot because the right slot is the offhand and it provides way less damage
We lost the
than
sector.
normally. It's like just a fourth of what it should be, basically. But yeah, looks good. I like how that tier 2 weapon looks. I don't get to see it a lot, actually. People don't normally buy it. It doesn't have any extra effect, it's just damage. Better damage than the other one. Not sure that's worth buying, to be honest, with such a small increase. Anyway, the armor is the important part. You bought the wrong weapon. You didn't... Oh my god. It's difficult to accept. Rise trying to get some iron going here. The upgrades might come through as well, as he's got the resources, just a matter of them getting delivered. Missing a little bit of stone, actually, never mind. It's not enough to keep repairing it, and the ranger is an absolute bully as far as simple axe wielders are concerned. So she might be able to pick off several here before Fallen gets any damage done. And in fact, the last bits of stone are getting delivered. The repair speed is just about keeping up with this too. Another axe wielder goes down, and as long as these can get sniped, I don't think Fallen has enough to resist here against that repair. It's still going down very slightly, but there's an upgrade that's an extra 2,000 health getting added to the thing. And Ra just keeps sniping the units individually with the ranger, doing such a great job of that. This is going to be a hold now, but he probably will lose the ranger. That's what Fallen probably should have done from the start. Just hunt down the ranger with the warrior of the depths. There's no way you can brawl against it with 0% resistances, right? Constant flood of axe wielders is being supplied. But another skill that Fallen didn't actually go for is this one, the Star Wars song. If you have that aura on, you can constantly replenish your boys with shields. That's very useful for these tight scenarios, right? Where you need your guys to survive to do some extra hits on the base. Maybe that could have actually gotten it down. But now Fallen is kind of in this in-between area where, okay, I don't quite have enough to destroy the base. I also can't chase down the hero very well. So what do? I guess what he can do is take these wyverns. That's a good decision. Ra might come around to bully, but I don't think he realistically can. He's still working on those iron mines. He doesn't have a lot of iron units. The first ones are just now starting to come out. And Fallen is also in tier 2, so as long as he has enough charcoal in the bank, he should be able to pump out a Earth Shapers, which he's not curing just yet. But once he does, they're going to be able to handle the Protectors just fine. The Protectors, they don't have any magic resist, you see, but they give everybody this strong strike and pierce resist, so it's very difficult to play against them with just axe wielders and sentries. That's why you need magic damage. So far so good against these Storm Wyverns, by the way, but they are starting to cut a little bit into Fallen's army. If these two engage now, that would not be great news. It would also be pretty bad news if the Size Wyvern targeted the weak guys. Just about managed to survive, however. It's not too bad. But yeah, it's gonna be Ra that takes the Scorching one. Still only one Protector, interestingly. Okay, there's the second one. Now they can empower each other. 45 resists. Level 5 versus level 7. The level 7 is crazy, and the stasis is absolutely devastating from the Warrior After Depth. He's also got his Combat Focus ultimate, so he's now fast. Can bonk that Ranger pretty good. It's great for chasing, especially if you use... Okay, so what you do is you activate your Precision Stance, you teleport into the enemy with Battle Frenzy. That will slow them down, but you're faster from Precision Stance. Then you bonk them with Disruptor. You do normal attacks, you swap with Sweeping Strike and Head Splitter between that and normal attacks. You should be able to get the hero kill without issue. Ah, the nerf didn't apply to the hero. Anyway, ends up fighting Protectors. At least they're getting distracted a little bit. Maybe you can take away the armor boost from the others. The base has been destroyed, so good job by Farlan. Might be able to get that Ranger kill there. It's looking very good. Maybe we can see a teleport here to make sure she goes down. And then going after the Elven units here shouldn't be a huge issue. Not with this Warrior for Depth around. He's got insane resistances. But there are just so many Protectors starting to line up. This hero has to do the heavy lifting for sure. And whatever the case, Ra did kill a lot of Axe Wielders, so the damage is more or less done. Decent pathfinding blocking here going on though. Oh wait, the weak Protector is getting away. No, 56 health on that one. Yeah, Ra is building up a really high quality tier 2 army, and if this one can heal up as well, it's just that much stronger. The addition of the Wardens will be a huge problem for the Dwarves, as they deal magic damage. The Axe Wielders cannot defend against that. It's just too much. It's not all magic damage, it's mostly pierce, which they do resist, but the magic component is hurting a lot. And there's also the impairment on speed. That's so many Dwarven corpses. Holy cow. Cannot understate how much Ra has done. I mean, overstate. Overstate. It's almost 100 population. He's going tier 3 as well. Holy. That kind of means he should have had more buildings to train from, but I guess he has lost the base. It catches us all by surprise sometimes. Doing fine for now. The Spectral Bear is coming through. It's a nice little addition. It's got the weakening from the bear as well, which will absolutely be devastating for these Axe Wielders. Now they lose another 20 something resistances, right? And then you get hit by the magic damage. That's not what you want. No wonder so many of them have died. One thing Ra isn't doing is going for the whole Spirit Bond and Moonwell and martyrial sacrifice path. Maybe later. But I think he likes the arrow path. So he just goes Hail of Arrows 2, which applies a strong impair as well. A Bullseye 2, which causes a silence after the knockdown for 5 seconds. So that's a pretty long one. We'll probably see True Shot 2 at some point for an added bleeding damage. But it's not super urgent at all. Can just go for the bases here. Yep, protectors are that good. They also upgraded now for dealing AoE damage. It's not a very big AoE, but hey, multiple targets hit is multiple targets hit. It's a literal damage multiplier. Level 8 is... Oh! Fallen has the special weapon here. That's an addition from the mod. It's not in the normal game. Basically, the minor merchants, they get to sell that stuff. Woo! That's some really good damage. What does this weapon do? Absolutely own everyone. That's what it does. The nullification ring and the focus ring. And this thing, I'm gonna pause just to read that because I've never done it. If a target has condition impaired, which you get from Battle Frenzy, then you apply Weakened, which you otherwise, I don't think you can apply from the Dwarves at all, so that's pretty good. It's not a strong weakening though, but it is for 10 seconds. And there's 2 damage types on this, it's Magic and Strike. And the other effect is if you have Combat Focus on, then you apply Enfeebled on yourself or enemies. On enemies. Yeah, so they get reduced damage if you have Combat Focus. Just an additional effect there. As if Combat Focus wasn't good enough. This is great. It's a decent takedown of much of the Elven army, but the Protectors are a bit of a tough nut to crack. Even with their lack of magical resist, they still have 1500 health. And since Ra is tier 3, he's probably going to be working on that to turn that into 1950. Those are some real hardworking girls, but this is going to take them a moment. Down it goes. Finally, we have the Earth Shapers. Now, it would have been really useful to have them right away as Fallen hit tier 2, but too late to complain about that. Ra is going for tier 3 business now already, you see. He's got Lenya harvesting going on over here by the pools. Or as I call it, Alan's bathwater. Another one. Back home, there's processing for it. You could probably use the extra workers on that though. Not gonna lie guys, if we had 10,000 viewers per video, I'd definitely sell you guys some Ellen's bathwater in bottles. Just saying. Make it blue just like Arya.
Damn it. It's more complicated than I thought.
This Primo once made a meme about echoes. These packaged up echoes with my face on it. That's some merch. Anyways, we've got some Berserkers versus Protector battles coming up. I just don't think the Berserkers are numerous enough. It is looking pretty good in population, but the Dwarves typically have to be ahead. It's all down to that Warrior of the Depths. Can he make a difference? With that axe, maybe I could see it, but look how well Ra is using that Ranger, just buying so much time there. You can keep doing that repeatedly with the knockdowns. That will make a huge difference for sure. So far, so good actually for the Dwarves. They might actually just beat this whole area back. That base is probably in trouble, but again, a lot of the dwarves are starting to die. The elves have some real serious potential to last longer than the dwarves can. They just once again held the line as Ra upgrades the protectors to 1950 health, gives them an extra 5% resistances as well. And the last of the bases are now becoming Shrine of Growth level 4s.
We will be swift.
Really, really good news for the man. Some iron mines here aren't quite as full as they could be. My only critique. Guess he could turn these into foresters as well. Oh! The sneaky fallen watchtower. Classic. Yeah, Ra's got all the time in the world now. If he goes into the late game, a 200 population elven army, I think, is just gonna play better than a dwarven one. Although you have to watch out for the pyromancers. You need your own winter mages in order to counter them. So far, the upgrade spending seems to be going into... the Lenya spending is going into upgrades, right? We've got the magic damage wanderers. We've got the upgraded wardens for a lot more magic damage. The Warrior of the Depths getting targeted pretty damn hard, but he cleared his afflictions.
We're being attacked.
So Fallen isn't getting, Ra isn't getting all the effects of Unending Volley there, which gets way stronger over time. Oh, we got the Ice Phoenixes. Now that's a neat surprise. I really thought that Ra is more of the Winter Mage type, but I guess he's going burbs. Well, why not both? Just go both. Love Winter Mages too, especially once they're upgraded to be able to do their stasis attack. Do we have that? Oh, they actually could already.
We're being attacked.
Yeah, they can do their Embrace of Winter. Put those pesky berserkers into stasis. Or even the hero. Suffered a long time against those Warrior of the Depths stasis attacks. Nice little base trade situation there, exchanging the sides. Nobody really got richer or poorer from this. Thing is, at least the stone can be used by the elves. They're not going to use much of it, but it can be used. Whereas the dwarves, they can't pick up the wood. They need charcoal. They can gather it straight from the trees, sure, but this wood, it's not going to help them. You can destroy all the elven buildings you want. It doesn't benefit you. Oh, Fallen tries to teleport out, but there's too much elf stuff. All this magic damage. Plus the Winter Mage's AoE. It's just too much, man. Kinda got destroyed there. Ra is running to 200 population way sooner than Fallen could. There were, to be honest, still too many light units in that. There were a lot of berserkers, but I mean, look at Ra's army. This is just perfect, right? There's only 6 guardians. Everything else is a serious business unit. It will take a long time for Fallen to even get his hero back, let alone the army. So with ballistas at hand, I think Ra can just do whatever he wants. Bear has Moonwell upgrade there. And there's the Spirit Bond as well for extra maximum health. A little bit of regeneration as well. That bear's a beast. Literally and figuratively. Looks like Ra is cleaning up, guys. Varden's holding on for dear life, but I don't see the way out anymore. Even with a tunnel, even with a surprising teleport, it is just 37 population. The High Sanctum can out-repair whatever damage would be dealt. And it's not even golems we're talking. Oh, we do have golems. This could have gone very differently if just Farland had done that. If it had been done in a surprising way, I could actually imagine the golems doing something to the main base, but that was not the case. And now this one Winter Mage is actually going to cause these guys some trouble, freeze them, cause them to chase. 2 Winter Mages, much straight up win. Now, there's a battle over here as well. I don't think the Ice Phoenixes got upgraded yet. Oh, they did? That is so funny. Ra just getting all the upgrades, and Fallen's gonna resign there. Ra is victorious, ladies and gents, with a 3-0 sweep. Brutal. Brutal beginning of the tournament for Farland, but he has another shot in the losers rounds where he'll be supposedly meeting me, actually. GG. I think that's going to be the structure there. Let's just take a look real briefly. Yes, that is the case. Let me show you guys. There, so Ra will be fighting Lisha next in the winners semifinals, and then whoever wins that is up against Don Hyperion in the winners finals, also a best of 5. And then probably next week we'll be doing the me versus Farland series. There's also a Rising Star tournament which you guys can join. Feel free to check it on the MetaPlace website. It should be linked in the YouTube description. I'll also post a link real quickly in the Twitch chat. Then I'll grab some extra games to cast. But I am pretty tired, so I'll only do maybe one more for today. It won't be Lisha versus Don Hyperion. We'll save that for another day. Right, Twitchers, try here. In the link. For the Rising Star tournament. Anyone can join except the SpellForce pros. All are welcome. And you know what? I'll even put it in the YouTube chat and pin it. Join it. Join it. Now let me get the extra replay. Haha, Farnham wants to play now. Dude, I'm dead today. Please let me do it after my holiday. I'm still here tomorrow, but I'd love to do a Dark Souls run. You need every advantage you can get. I'll still be rusty. I'll do it first day I'm back. How about it? I'll do it the weekend I'm back. So I don't have time to practice. That's gonna be next Saturday, I think would be great. 18th. I can do that one. Where is this replay? It says it got downloaded. No, it didn't. Great. Let's try it again. So it's a Don Hyperion versus Galactic game. Looking forward to it. This will be your bonus game for today. Oh no, it's already out of date. They have like the wrong versions of everything. I don't think I'll be able to cast that at all. Or the Leisha one for that matter, because, yeah. That's unfortunate. I don't have these old versions of the mods. It might still work. I just can't launch it. Let's see. I am trying to just launch it anyway. We'll try, alright? Map is gonna be breathing swamps. Hopefully it works. I mean, as long as they don't use a hero that got changed in the last minute, it should be fine. Just setting up the scoreboard for you boys. And then we can go. Ladies and gents, welcome to yet another SpellForce recast. Bonus round after the tournament. We've got Don Hyperion in the orange color, playing as the Dwarves. And on the right side, it is Galactic Talk. It's playing as the Elves. And surprisingly, he's going for the Ranger rather than going for the Archdruid as he usually does. Warrior of the Depths is going to be the pick for Don Hyperion. Obviously spreading out his Stonecutters as this map allows for it. It's a community-made map, in case you're not familiar still. We've got a single hunting cabin. He's saving the next building for later. Fighting some wolves over there now. They're a little bit tough because they get empowered, but it's really not that bad. And for Galactic, he's doing a triple wood and hunting cabin opener. Going for the wolf build. As well as the free arrow attacks down there. Got deep waters, this is single target. This one, hail of arrows, is an area damage with arrows. And then you got bullseye, which is a knockdown. A little bit of damage, but most importantly, the slow after the knockdown as well. It's very, very useful. For the Warrior of the Depths, Don Hyperion's also got the classic build with Relentless Rage, Inspiring Presence, as this guy doesn't get focus regeneration, so you just use a skill to actually gain focus. He also gets it in combat, but we don't have the perk for that just yet. We got Recuperate for recovering health, and we've got Head Splitter, single target damage, Sweeping Strike for Spin to Win. And with Relentless Rage, every time he attacks, he builds up his stack count, which is really nice. More attack damage and speed. The bugs have been cleared up. Both players progressing roughly at the same speed. In the middle of the map, we've got some giant moles. You want to attack the weak ones before you go for the muted cave spawn. Nasty, nasty thing. This don't want to fight it with melee units, to be honest. So, Warrior of the Depths might be at a slight disadvantage in that scenario. We got some good harassment plays as well from Galactic as he's getting into the stone lines here of the Hyperions, but he's only shutting down 2 Stonecutters technically. And for some reason this Guardian isn't attacking even though he's right next to these guys. Okay, he's fixed it. All good. Guys, I just want to share there's a Rising Star tournament ongoing accepting signups. I'll be linking it in the YouTube description for the live chatters. It's pinned in the chat right now. It basically means that everyone's welcome. No pros. Pros are banned. The pros have their own tournament ongoing. So, if you're not feeling like a SpellForce free pro, please join the Rising Star tournament if you want to participate. We'd love to have you. I'll cast the matches, as many as I can. Ideally, all of them. It's very chill as well because you can just play anytime you want. Typically we aim for playing a round within a week. If you need a little bit more time, like I said, it's chill. Do it for glory. A little bit of worker harassment, but nobody called HR. In fact, the Warrior of the Depths is just heading home. Galactic is continuing it, but Don Hyperion has at least upgraded the worker health. They have insurance. Covers them against 2 extra shots. There's also free healthcare. You just leave your units in your territory to get some extra regeneration. Guardians get picked off. Good job by Don Hyperion. He chased them all down. Harassment continues. This is a lot of income that's just not present right now for the Dawn. Even just ringing the bell means they're not working, but if they're dead, they straight up have to be replaced, and it takes a long time to do that. I mean, you have to go to LinkedIn, you have to put up a job posting, you have to review the candidates, you know how it goes. Alright, the Rangers had enough of this bureaucracy nonsense, right? Please go creeping, oh my god. I guess we're gonna keep doing this. But not for much longer. I think the free health potions aren't gonna last very long against the Warrior of the Depths. It's probably not the best use to stay here at this point. And Galactic agrees. Guardians tried to clean up the stone pole, but it's not allowed, says Don Hyperion. Gonna take him down one by one. There's still some bases he hasn't upgraded, but how much longer that will last is another question entirely. There's Wolf around as well, so I don't really think you can stop them from bulldozing through these stone poles. But also you have to note, the Warrior of the Depths is really good at flag fights. It's not like the Ranger is bad, though. She's not great by herself because the damage is just not there, right? I mean, there's massive damage discrepancy. It's the same attack speed. Except the Warrior of the Depths, he gets faster. Of course, this is the base the Dwarves want more than the other one, as this stone here would actually help with further buildings, but I don't think Galactic will allow it. It's just 5 versus 1. Even though the Guardians are technically easy targets, at least they'll slow this down. And bear in mind, the Warrior of the Depths can do this for a long, long time. He can just recover health with a single skill press. But the axe wielders are finally starting to be added. We've got at least 2 stone halls. Let's see how many Galactic has. Barracks, that is. Grove. Just the 1 grove. A lot of upgraded bases, though. And a handful more flags. Quite a bit more control than what Don Hyperion has, I mean. It's just 4 sectors there total. And most importantly, Galactic has tier 2. He can start heading into those iron units soon. 2 iron mines so far. As for Dawn, oh, he actually never picked up the wolf pelts. You see the enemies, the neutrals on this map, they don't just drop gold normally, they actually drop some items that you need to sell. These cave spawns and moles, they also just drop some claws. Guardian switching into ranged mode is the right move here. As if they attacked the cave spawn with melee attacks, they'd be actually getting their resistance nerfed. Like I said, the elves have an advantage there, I always point that out. The other factions, you either just go early and risk everything, or you wait for your range units. There's the special merchant. We might be getting to see some special weapons if the guys go for it. Maybe not. It's always these mid-map merchants. And Galactic might get an early level 5 here, actually.
Building completed.
Great work with targeting down the moles before the cave spawn even gets here. And he can just swap into ranged mode now. Yeah, this is what happens. You see, every time this guy
Our heroes
can build up all the way to 5 stacks of this, minus 100 resistance. That means it deals double damage and it cleaves into 3 targets. Anyways, there's the level 5 for
We're
Galactic.
being attacked.
There's a lot of fangs and wolf hides to sell. Doesn't have any gold until he does that, but he needs to go to the merchant anyhow. He's got level 2 hail of arrows. And that's it. Oh, level 2 bullseye, of course. Like level 2 hail of arrows adds the impair, which is pretty nice. And level 2 bullseye, it just lasts a really long time. It adds silence as well. Great stun indeed. But meanwhile, Don Hyperion hasn't been idling. He has pumped out some notable tier 2 nets with the Earth Shapers there. And if he can just keep doing that, that will be a decent counter to the Protectors who don't resist magic, you see. It's immediately very visible how much damage they're able to do to her compared to other units like Axe Wielders who have actually less damage, but it's also strikes, so they just resist 25% off the bat. And then once there's multiple Protectors, that resistance will go up to 45. What they do is give everyone this phalanx boost. Really nice extra 20% resistances. And of course, Protectors boost other Protectors too. Dawn is still very heavy on Axe Wielders though. And I suppose it will be like that for a while longer. He's trying to skip to tier 3. That's wild, sir. But hey, he's got the iron mines for it. Why not? He's taken over some of these bottom bases. Situation is really not that bad. And now going for the big spider Rhinos. I love these community-made maps because they just got all these interesting creeps that you normally don't get in the game. So this is a triple spider camp. The individual spiders aren't really that much stronger than a bear, let's say. But hey, this one is particularly scary as it does this very powerful poison damage. 15 DPS. It lasts like forever. So some of these Axe Wielders are going to be very low by the end of this. Now that spider is rather low in health though. Level 5 is reached anyway. The elves are attacking, but I'm not entirely sure this is going to work out. They'll destroy some buildings, yeah. But surely Don Hyperion will teleport back, right? Those were responding to the harassment from the Guardians. And indeed, Galactic is forced back for now. The level 5 skills Dawn has unlocked the precision stance to nobody's shock. It's an excellent capstone skill. He's also got Star Wars Song at level 2 as well. So his boys will be regenerating and getting these bubble shields every now and then. It's just a timed burst ability. around himself, but it's an aura, so it reserves a little bit of focus. Oop,
We're
sorry.
being attacked. Listen to the spirits.
A little Iron Mine raid going on here. Ooh, I like that. That Guardian is doing business. 350 health on these miners, so it will take a moment. I'm surprised Dawn is ignoring this, but he's getting a pretty good prize for himself here in the middle of the map. Catching, like, what was that, 5 or 6 Guardians? Maybe 5. That's pretty good. It's a really good catch. They should be able to just teleport back right now through this Godstone. Which is exactly where Galactic is. Galactic probably just needs to run away now. That is way too many protectors. It's a good thing he can knock down that Warrior of the Depths, however, when he's chasing. Because that's the thing. This Warrior of the Depths isn't just really fast with precision stance, but also he can teleport. There's almost no way with the Ranger to run away. To make it worse, that teleportation, if it actually hits you, it slows you down. But what you can do is do the knockdown, and you can hit the guy with a protector, which will slow him down. Yeah, there we go. It's a 24% impair from the abilities, and from the protector hits you get 33%. It doesn't stack. Whatever's the first application will stay on until it expires. And then you can replace it with whatever happens, but you have to be careful who attacks. If you want the strongest one, you have to make sure the protector attacks after expiry. Tier 3 is in, and we got balloons, and we got berserkers. I didn't see the balloons coming. That's interesting. I also find this Wanderer here interesting. She's cleaned up the whole gang of iron miners. Galactic now starting to bring some ballista. But he's just tier 2. He's only now heading to tier 3. I don't think he can quite fight the berserkers right now. The protectors are pretty damn good, and they have their AoE upgrade. But I just don't think he has the numbers that are needed. There's still a bunch of guardians in there, and they're just not all that. To be fair, there's axe wielders here on the dwarven side too, and maybe under the protection of the Shrine of Grove, this can be taken care of. But Galactic is slowly but surely losing units. He's got to be careful here. A Warrior of the Depths is having a party for now, drawing all that fire, just getting to run away. Meanwhile, the Berserkers are getting to work. Galactic's population is rapidly dropping, but so is Don Hyperion's. The Wanderers are actually piercing through a lot of these units. It's a huge problem for Dawn. He's forced to retreat. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of dead dwarfs here. That's an ouchie right there. Well, at least the remaining ones can heal back, but what then? We still got a lot of wardens. We still got a lot of protectors. The most valuable units haven't been cut down at all. It's a bunch of guardians that died for Galactic. And Wanderer there, I suppose. So what happens now? He also does have Tiara's buff water here. So you can enjoy some tier 3 business. Should come up here to get the other one. Although he's not interested in the bath water. The elves are beyond that. He just wants the leaves. Went for a shopping run.
Bow is ready.
Has only the tier 3 armor and a whole lot of potions. I kind of suspect he only went... He only had money for that, actually. He didn't buy potions, right? Not many, anyway. What about Dawn? He's got himself a ring and a tier 2 armor, which he has never equipped.
My axes are sharp.
Let's see if he'll do so now. It's an opportunity to go shopping. I mean, Galactic is capturing the middle godstones, and he can kind of do whatever he wants now. Lenya leaves are getting collected.
Will be swift. Almost there.
Refining is probably back home somewhere. Where is it?
Let us see.
Probably not in the iron bases. That would be wild. Where is the refinery? Anyway, this fight. Always a big play when you can take out that refining structure. But it's asking for a lot. I have to say, Galactic has the much better formation here. The units do get enfeebled for a start. There's not a lot of combat balloons to really hold this back. And do bear in mind there's a ballista in the back to attack the border fortress. And Galactic has 170 population to 120. So far, so good for the elves. They're knocking down that warrior of the depths. Definitely Don Hyperion is having a tough time. He's also getting blasted some more. A bit the Ranger ultimate. There's just no dwarves left. So many elves still to work through. I'm sorry, but the protectors are just too healthy here. And they're not even upgraded yet with their health upgrade, which would turn them into 1950 health units. The balloons are getting picked off. And that might just be it, ladies and gents. Although Galactic isn't committing to taking down the base just yet, he's happy to just fight the units one by one. Regrouping real quick instead of all those things. Let's see if we got some of those tier 3 upgrades coming through. Doesn't look like it yet, because there's no Lenya refining. Like, he's collecting it, but he's not refining it. He's building the purifiers now. And those will have a very heavy load in them, for sure. Don Hyperion has mostly border fortresses, which is the only good news that we have for him at the moment. Plus, he has his middle base, which can be used for moon silver, of course. I think he has a smelter back home, so that's good. And he's getting the Earthshaper upgrades at the moment, so maybe that will help at least a little bit. He just doesn't have the army to hold back the tide. He's got one Pyromancer, whereas he would probably need 15 in order to get this done. Galactic is just focusing down the units. He's not fighting the base at all. Shooting at that warrior of the... He is shooting at the base with ballista. He's got plenty of ballista. Comfortably fighting the army, but I think he's stopping that. He's starting to focus down the border fortress, and it looks like Don Hyperion will be resigning this one as he drops down to just 61 population against 156. He just can't stop the elves. Galactic is so damn strong. I wish he played in our tournament. It would be great to see him perhaps in the next one. I'd love to see that. Well, for the YouTube peoples, make sure to like and subscribe, because it puts these videos in front of more people, which means maybe more people will see and play SpellForce. An experience they should definitely have. It's free to play. You can get the Versus Edition on Steam to start, and then look into whether you want to buy the campaigns as well. Cheers. That goes for you too, you Twitchers, you YouTube live viewers. You should do it as well. Join the Rising Star tournament while you're at it. Try out the mods. There's a lot of great ones. But I am out of energy, and there's no mana potion available that can cure me. There's only a nap that I can take, which would hopefully alleviate the issue. Now we're gonna go for a raid and get Mad Hat. I really want to see some signups in that Rising Star tournament, you guys. It's so sad. Nobody signed up. I'm so sad. Send you guys to Mad Hat. He's playing some Elden Ring. Disappointed. Bye-bye.